Hey guys, and welcome back to Live Love Lang. Today we're going to be doing a interesting video, a video that has been very requested. And that video is, if you couldn't guess by where I am, is to show you the best textbooks for Japanese. So I picked up all of the textbooks that I thought would be helpful for Japanese learners. I focused on grammar because you can get good vocabulary list from any textbook, to be honest. And if you're curious about how I feel about vocabulary in textbooks, you can watch the video that I talk about how to choose a good textbooks for language learning. I'm gonna start for beginners. I basically have some like basic ones here. And three. Okay, so first I'm gonna tell you the textbooks that I already know about, that I already love and I like now in like more advanced levels as well. So here I have the N4 and the N5. So the N5 is one book. It's not separated, it's got everything in it. So for beginners, this is your best bet in my opinion. It is the NIHONGO So-MATOME, Kanji, Kotoba, Bunpo, Yomu, Kiku. So it's got everything in there. If you're wondering, they have these little pictures on them, and based on the animal, it tells you what kind of information is in that textbook. For this one, the monkey is the one that I usually get the most, but it is the one that deals with grammar. For the higher levels, they separate grammar, listening, and whatever. So most people who have already started Japanese will probably be at an N4 level, and I suggest getting that. They have the translations for each of these books in Korean, Japanese, English. So it's great for any learner, especially people on our channel, because we're all learning multiple languages. So it's great to utilize to learn at different pace, like to use one language to learn the other, which is great time-saving strategy for a polyglot. The next textbook that I am going to talk about is one that I have had the basic one for before also. This one that I have here that was in this store is for advanced, so it's not beginner, but they do have the beginner book, and don't worry, I will list all of the links down below so that you can get them too. But this one is the Ryugakusei no Tame no Kanji Kyokasho. So it means the exchange student's guide to kanji. And it goes through each one, gives the meanings, it gives you puzzles like crossword puzzles, as well as radical breakdown, the meanings of them, the different readings of them, and it also gives like pictographs and passages for you to practice with. So even though this is a kanji book, it actually doubles up as reading practice also, which I think is really great. So reading, writing, I recommend these books more than anything because it's really Japanese oriented. It's the perfect kind of exercise book that doesn't water it down, so you won't be stuck doing the same thing over and over. It's really good if you ask me. So I would do this one. A quick comment about Minna no Nihongo that everybody loves. The two most popular textbooks that Japanese learners like are Minna no Nihongo and Genki. Those are the books that people usually use in classroom settings. Now, for self-learners, I don't really recommend them at all because Minna no Nihongo, unfortunately, is all in Japanese, and it comes with these translation books. These translation books that, although the information is great and everything, it's kind of frustrating to go back and forth in between it. It's not clear, it's not straightforward, it's a big hullabaloo, and because of that you probably won't get into it. You get frustrated quite early on in the game, so I don't actually recommend Minna no Nihongo for beginners. But for advanced, perhaps it's great because you don't have the English in it, so if you can read fairly well, then sure, Minna no Nihongo is a good option for you. But if you don't, then forget it. If you're a beginner learning on your own, you should start with one of the two that I just suggested, either the NIHONGO So-MATOME or one of these kanji books, one of the early kanji books. Honestly, I would get any textbook that has very clear grammar structures set out. So I also really like this one, which is the workbook for the JLPT. And now you might be wondering why I'm suggesting all these JLPT books. That's because the JLPT very specifically and like one by one lists out these grammar structures, and I really appreciate that about them. So I think that they go into the detail and are very specific on what you're supposed to learn, so it's not a lot of guesswork, and that's why I like them the most. You know, when it comes to these holistic Japanese textbooks, it has a lot of fluff and a lot of not so natural Japanese conversations, Japanese situations. If you really want to build a vocabulary and conversation skill level that is natural, that comes from your own mouth, your own building, then what I really suggest is that you get these grammar books and then an accompanying book that has stories or articles or like short dialogues or something like that. My favorite textbooks are the NIHONGO So-MATOME grammar books or these ones, the N3 books. And then to learn your vocabulary and learn kanji at the same time, reading practice and whatnot, I would use one of these. So those are my recommended textbooks, both for beginners and for advanced, to be honest. I focused a little bit more on beginners here. I could go into more detail on the separation of the N1 books and the N2 books for the Nihongo So-Matome later, and I can show you how I use them. But in general, this is the pattern that I like to work with when it comes to learning Japanese. So that's it for today's video. I hope that it helped you. I came all the way down here and I took a look at all the other textbooks to see if I saw anything that works better than what I'm used to. But honestly, this is the best set. This is the only new one that I decided I also really liked. And to make it clear, I do not recommend Minna no Nihongo or Genki books for beginners, self-studiers. It's a very good book for people in classes and for those who perhaps want to take Japanese at a very slow pace or need a lot of drawings, I guess. But these books have it kind of written out more clearly, so if you're someone who works in a logical flow or someone who builds on language or wants to build their own vocabulary, then I would listen to the advice in this video. If you have any more questions, leave them in the description box below. Tell me what your favorite book for Japanese is, if I missed any, if I should look into something else. If you completely disagree with me, tell me how you feel. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and press the subscribe button if you want to see more content from us. Okay, see you. Bye.